Good morning, everybody. It's Tammy, and today I am talking about the law of clarity in the Little Light on Spiritual Laws by Diana Cooper. I do have a few little tidbits of information to share with you here, just what I've gathered, plus the content in the book. So anyway, the law of clarity. The first thing I thought of when I was thinking of the law of clarity, I had a little giggle and I thought of whose perspective, because we can think we're clear and maybe we're not. However, does this have to do with what we believe to be true? It does say here, when you are totally clear about what you want, everyone picks up on your message accurately and responds accordingly. But I'm also sitting here thinking, how many ways are we not clear? How can we be clearer? What really is clarity? When we receive signs or guidance that affirms something for us, that would clarify. Or whenever you get a nudge to say yes, like a nudge from the universe. So clarity frees you to move forward and opens new doors. So that's what I'm saying, like, when something happens and your automatic response is to say yes, you might turn around and say, wait a minute, no, let me think about this, no. But that initial lift and that initial yes, that inner yes, is kind of what I'm talking about here. So that reminded me of a Marie Forleo quote. So she says, clarity comes from action, not thought. And this is what I'm saying. So the nudge is the confidence to say yes and then choose and move forward. Okay. So it's about knowing where you stand. And clear decisions help you move into this direction of trust and faith and freedom to just go for it. So if we imagine that there is a light that switches on over your head when you are ready to do something. So as soon as you are clear, it's like that light goes on and you technically, without thinking, can move into it. So the moment you make a clear decision, a light goes on over your head. The powers that be in the universe see this light and align behind you to manifest your vision. So how do we activate the law of clarity? One easy way is through contrast. Unfortunately, contrast is there to help us. And even when we don't think that it's good for us, there's things that we will become clear about in the afterthought. So in hindsight, we will look back and be able to see how that changed us. Like, think about, I think, the contrast, meaning like where you are versus where you want to be. where do you want to go, being able to choose a formula to get you there. So that's what the choices and the direction is, just keep moving into the direction of clarity. Once you know, you cannot not know. So it's imperative that you make decisions within the law of clarity. Like I said, now it says the decision comes from the Latin word decidere, I can't even say it. I practiced before the video. And a decision solidifies from all other possibilities. So it's like the quickest way to, so it's about focusing on the path you've chosen. So what do you want to be when you grow up? That's a typical question people ask kids. And here I am going, still don't even know what I want to be when I grow up. But it says here that the quickest way to move along your spiritual path is to make clear decisions and implement them. So clarity opens doors to your future. And when I thought of this, I thought faith and trust. And then it goes to say truthfulness, honesty, genuineness, and integrity are all qualities of clarity. Speaking clearly to the universe about your wants and needs. I mean, we understand that it's not really about what you're asking for, it's how you're being about it. So it's really important we have clear thoughts and intentions. Ask and you shall receive. Now, I did want to read a couple of other quotes that came through. This one is by Abraham Hicks. Clarity is alignment. That's what I'm saying. You can want all you want, but if you're not being that which is what you want, it is a contradiction. So clarity is alignment. Clarity is a clear impulse of where to go. Clarity is trusting the path. Clarity is not standing in a wobbly place. Clarity is that momentum that has no resistance. And when you're in that place of clarity, the feeling of what to do next is right there. So even if you're not sure where you'll end up, let's just say, but it feels right moving in the direction of certain things, especially if you have a dream or a desire. We can talk about this a little bit more too. And then this one came to me by Conan O'Brien. The beauty is that through disappointment, you can gain clarity, and with clarity comes conviction and true originality. That's what I liked about that quote, because conviction is that knowing, that absolute, and we talk about omnipresence all the time, and this is this absolute and this true originality. So not getting what you want as a kid is such an interesting concept. And does contrast not teach us how to learn how to, right? Contrast teaches us how to. And I often say that the contrast in hindsight ends up being the insight and intuition. So there's a lot to sort of ponder here. Those are the couple of quotes I gathered. Now, what I shared with you is that in the original videos, in the 2020 videos that I did for each spiritual law, in the descriptions there happens to be some journaling questions, and I just thought that I would share the journaling questions that were there so you don't have to go looking for it, and you can just take these in. And if you want to do any writing on them, feel free to set a timer. Give yourself 3 to 5 minutes and set it for something, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, set it for something, and then ask the question and write for a few minutes. But the first question about the law of clarity was, what have I been pondering that I can make a clear decision about today? The second question is, what clear focus can I implement toward my future goal? And the third question, what are my personal character traits that help me be a master of my life? Thank you so much for joining me with the Law of Clarity this week. Namaste.